Hey, beautiful people, it's your girl T, and I'm back, y'all. I am back for one of those fun videos where I show you what I have completed for the first quarter. I don't do these every month, y'all. I only do them every quarter. So if you don't like long videos, I'm sorry. This might be a little long. You can always come back to it later or just watch what you want to watch and go on your merry way. But anyways, I have decided that I want to start tracking what coloring pages that I'm doing, and like ticking off how many I've done in a month. And so I went through here and kind of like added some stuff, just like doing my completed pages. I'm not really keeping up with Buddy Color so much, but I am. And just like trying to keep up with some of the stats. Those things I don't typically think I should share because it's not really that important, in my opinion, to share with you all. But I think that I have jotted down and noted all the pages I did for the first quarter, and I've done 46, give or take. I think the beginning of this book has where you can tick them off. Where is that? Here. And here I counted 46, but I might be off a few pages, meaning I may have colored more. So this is a coloring journal by Amanda Colors here on YouTube. I decided to try this out this year instead of making my own. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have a lot of whips. And so this first quarter, I was like, you know what? You need to color your whips. There's too many of them. Some I created and some that came in the books because I bought some books used. So this is the first whip that I completed in Chicago. This is a book by Pomegranate Publishing. I love their coloring books. They're really thick paper. Now this is a picture that was already colored in the book. And of course I wanted to finish it up as best I could. So I think I used some watercolor in the background and finished this off with alcohol markers. So nothing fancy, just finishing it up. So that is a Chicago coloring book by Pomegranate Publishing. Next, I was gifted this book by the publisher. Sorry about the glare. Black background, squares, dots, diamonds, 100 color by number, mysteries. And I ended up doing 2 in here. I did this one. And it looks like trees and a waterfall. That's a rainbow color. So that was really fun, coloring the squares. Then I did a dots one, and this is a wave. So was able to do 2 in this book. And I just used alcohol markers and Sharpies. That is 100 color by number, mysteries. Next, another whip that was not created by me, but finished by me, is in Scandinavian coloring book by Zena Shaw. This is a great coloring book. So I went ahead and finished this with fine liners, or not fine liners, but the, what do you call those? Stabilo pens. So I was able to finish that one. And it's just something simple. The book is really nice. Has a lot of those like folk looking type of images in here. So I'm really excited to color that. And that was from Scandinavian by Zena Shaw. All right, next, I actually went through this coloring book and created a whole book of whips. I don't know why I did that. And this is Matchstick Mouse, an autumn coloring book. I went and colored the mouse's hat all the way through this book and the mouse's tail and all that. So I have a whole book of whips. So I ended up doing, I think, 2 or 3 in here. So here's the first one. And just basing with alcohol markers and using, I think I used Arteza color pencils on top for that one. And I think I used some, I used some white gel pen on that as well. And some gold gel pen. Then I did this one here. Now these I did while I was on vacation. Not vacation, but on my business trip. When it was time to retire back to the room, and I was like, I'm not sleepy. So I brought this coloring book to work on because I knew I had some whips in here and stuff. And so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and finish some up while I'm here by myself. So this one, again, just use Arteza colored pencils and a little gel pen. And last in this book was this one. Again, using a little gold gel pen and alcohol base for alcohol markers for the base, and then colored pencils, Arteza. I was able to get all three of those done while I was on business. So yeah, so as you can see, I think I have less than 10 pages left and I'll be done with this book. So it's on the works. It's in the works to get done. So yeah, that's Matchstick Mouse, an autumn coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. Next, I finished this one here, a page in here. This is Joanna Basford's Small Victories coloring book. And I finished this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this one was pretty fun. I went in with the black paint pen, acrylic paint pen. I used some gel pen in here. And I forget what colored pencils. But yeah, it was cute, simple, and fun to do. It didn't take much time at all. And I do have some white gel pen or acrylic marker in that background as well. So that is Small Victories by Joanna Basford. Next, I have a book that I'm trying to finish this year. And it is Annie Day's Soft Living coloring book. And I did 3 pages. Now these pages I actually printed on cardstock, or the whole book actually. And so this is my first finish. And this one, again, I based with alcohol markers. And I use colored pencils. I use Black Widow colored pencils. And I like how this came out. I tried to do some pattern in the background on the wall, because I was like, ooh, that's just a plain wall. Let me add something. But I got a little crazy with my pattern, and it was hard to keep that up throughout the whole thing. So over here it looks a little crooked, but hey, that's all right. That is okay. I like the way this one turned out. I love the colors, and it just looks very serene. So finish that one. I finished this one. Now this book I am also completing with some people in my Facebook group. So I did this one as well, again, basing with with markers, and then shading with colored pencils. And I think on this one, I think I use Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. All right, and the last one I did is this one here. I think it turned out really good. This one, again, basing with markers and shading with colored pencils. And I don't recall what colored pencils I used here. I did use some clear, like, what is it? The Sakura Jelly Roll. The one that's not a color, it's just like shimmer. I use that in the window for the rain. Yes. So that was, all those 3 were from Annie Day's A Soft Living coloring book. All right, next I did a page in Goddesses by Color It. Let me zoom out a bit. All right, and I did one in here. I did this one here. Oh no, ripped my tag, that's okay. I based this one with alcohol markers, and I used Prismacolor Premier Color pencils to do a little shading. And then I used my Sparkle Pop for the gold that you see around her and in her jewelry. And I like how this came out. This was a coloring book I didn't know if I wanted to keep, but I've actually had a lot of fun coloring this page. So this will be a book that I will keep. All right, so that is Goddesses by Color It. All right, the next book was another book that I wanted to finish many years ago, or a couple of years ago. And I have a lot of whips in here because I went through this book and pretty much finished all the basing that I wanted to do. and shaded a lot of those pages. So all I had left to do really for a lot of the pages is to do like the background and any, you know, embellishing the page how I want it, maybe with gel pens and different things like that. So I finished quite a bit in here, so we're going to take a look. All right, so I finished this page here. And I decided not to do a background because it's really busy, and I didn't want to take away from the leaves and stuff. So kind of left it as is. I did use some metallic paint at the bottom and had a lot of fun coloring this. I added some gel pen, just random glitter gel pen on that. Next, I finished these 2 pages here of the dogs, the poodles, poodles and Afghans. We have is that a Frenchie? We have a, gosh, bulldog. So hot dog dachshund. That has to be a Shih Tzu, maybe. But yeah, so I finished this one. It was really fun. Again, I used some metallic. This one I used metallic paint, watercolors on for the gold around the chair and the pictures. And I used some glitter gel pens on this, and I did some shading, and I think I used Arteza with that. I do not recall. So yeah, did that one. And then I finished this page here, this one here, which was really fun. I had a great time doing that. I don't know what color pencils I used, but I did use some metallic watercolor as well as some gel pen. And I think it turned out so cute. All right, next, I finished these 2 pages. I tried to match them up. So again, shading, I used some Sparkle Pop. I used some stickles down here for glitter and shimmer and gel pens. I like pretty much threw everything at this, trying to get it done. Probably can do another layer of gold there. Once it dries, you can see where you need to add a little more, so I can add more here. All right, and then I also finished these 2 pages. And the hamburger was fun. I used glitter gel pens. I used down here on the plate to give it shimmer. I used some watercolor, metallic watercolors. The same over here, using the same metallic watercolor for the canvas. Did a little background with watercolors and did some gel pen work as well. Then I completed this double page spread. I made all the bunnies white with a little gray shading because I didn't want to color all the bunnies. I was being lazy. Did the background with some watercolor, and I used black gel pen, yellow, reds, and just try to make this page look really nice. So I like the way this one turned out as well. And then I did this double page spread here of the birthday cake, where I added lots of glitter, glitter over here on the rice for the sushi, and metallic gel pen. There's metallic watercolor paint. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was really, really fun to color, and I'm so happy that I'm getting through this book. And last but not least, I did these 2 pages. This one was very simple as well, keeping the bunnies white, just giving them pink cheeks, and for the girls, and little watercolor background here. Yeah, and lots of gel pen. So yeah, I don't have very much left. This is all I have left, y'all. I'm not going to show you guys, but a lot of these are already colored. So just a few in there that I didn't finish. So I'm almost done with this cute book. That's A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo. Next up, I did another whip in Tales of Atlantis by Hannah Carlson. I did only one. I still have a double page whip in here. I did this one. This is a recent finish, actually. Yeah, so this one, I really messed up the background. Trying to use this metallic, no, this metallic, and then I put this like glitter on top, and it just did not work out. You can kind of see the glitter peeking through. Oh, you guys can see that peeking through there. Then I decided, you know what? Just go with the black paint. So I went over it with black paint and tried to salvage it. I think I did an okay job. Down here, I used, what was that? Oh, I used the gel crayons down here, and I used some white gel pens. I was really afraid of smearing because, as you can see here, you have like a little yellowish tint. It is because the crayon, the color pencils, and I forget which color pencils I used, was smearing, and I was like, great, stop it. So I just went with it and just said it is what it is. And so this page, although I'm still happy with it, it was not a fun experience trying to salvage it. So I think I did okay. And I did use some stickles around the pearls in the neck. I just wanted to get this done. But yeah, that is Tales from Atlantis by Hannah Carlson. All right, next we have Joanna Basford, Rooms of Wonder. And I did a buddy color with Rachel. And I'm going to show you her page. If I can find it. She did send it to me, so I should be able to find it. So Rachel here on YouTube and on Instagram. And so this one, you guys, lots of detail. As you can see, I did so much work on this. And this one was a buddy color from like last year. But as you can see, I put a lot into these details because I felt like I just didn't want to just give it like all one color. I do have a color scheme, as you can see, but I wanted to make everything look different so that, you know, they each kind of have their own identity on the wall. And as you can see, I used lots of gel pen. I used color pencils. And I love how it came out. So I want to say thank you to Rachel. Your picture looks great as well. Thank you so much for doing this buddy color with me. And I hope that you guys like this picture just as much as I do. I'm so proud of this one. Very proud. And then last but not least in this book, I finished this page. Now this page is only a finish because I use these when I do my colored pencil reviews. So this one I believe is the Amazon Basics. This was the Prismacolor Juniors pastel set that only had like 6 pencils, I believe. This one was the Color Neon. This one, I cannot remember. Y'all, I can't remember. I think this was the regular Color. And then this was the, Castle Arts, the new ones, you know, the muted tone ones. Yeah, Castle Art. And then this was the new, then 28 new colors for the Derwent ink tints. So each video I did one of these. So it is now a finished page. Yay! And if you want to go check out some of those, you can. See how I colored those, because I did color them on camera. All right, and I think my favorite one is this one and this one. Actually, this I like all of them, but this one's my least favorite. How about that? All right, that is Rooms of Wonder by Joanna Basford. All right, here is another book I was supposed to complete a couple years ago or so. Many years ago, actually. Let me zoom out a bit. And this is Doodles in Outer Space. I do not know what came up in my mind to try to finish this book. Oh my God. You guys, all of these tags on this side are whips that I'm committing to finishing because I added color to them and I need to. Actually, I think some of them don't even have, some of them don't even have tags. So I'm going to be finishing all of those eventually, right? But I want to show you the ones that I did finish this go around. Let's see. Did quite a bit. All right, so All right, so the first one is this one here. So, you guys, these pages, although there's a lot going on, they're so fun because they're so cute. There's so much to color, like they're doing some cute little things. And so this is like a spaceship here, and they're like just floating in space. And I thought this was super cute. So this one, again, this one is based, I believe, with water-based markers. And then I use colored pencils and gel pens to shade and add detail. Okay. And this one here, I did not use any pencils at all. This one is only alcohol markers and gel pens. And then some of them, you can see I did use a little neon gel pen here. I don't know if you can see it very well. But yeah, that was really fun and simple to do. Then I finished this one here. I think this is one of my favorites because I use pink and green. I love that combo together. And because this was this color, I was like, I think it's going to throw it off. But I try to pull that color in some of the other areas. And so again, this is with colored pencils, alcohol markers, and gel pen. And I think I have one more. Yes, one more. This one to share. One more to share. It's this one. I don't like this one very much. As you can see, the background, this marker kind of it dried out. So I might revive it by, choosing a different color, maybe just black, doing a whole black background. We'll see. But it's done. And this one I just used color pencils, alcohol markers, and gel pen. And I have lots more to go, y'all. Ooh. Yeah. Not too many, but I've gotten a lot done in that book. So that is Doodles in Outer Space by Irvin Ranyaga. Next, I did a page in Angela Harding's coloring book. So I did one in here. I did this one. And this was all done with pretty excellent watercolor. I used nothing but watercolor and I had fun with it. Yeah. Nothing but watercolor just to play around with them in this book, and I like it. Okay, so that is Angela Harding's coloring book. Next, I had a bunch of whips in this one because this was another book I was supposed to finish. Ooh, me and my choices, right? Typically, I can finish coloring books, but here lately, in the last several years, I have not been able to finish one. But anyway, this is Botanicum by Maria Trellet. And I finished this page over here. I did a background with the gel crayons. Try to match this page here because it was supposed to be like a double page. I put some stickles on the wings and just did like a cloud background there. And then I finished this double page spread. I did both of these. And this was really fun to get matchy, I love the way this one turned out. I think this is one of my favorite finishes in this book for this quarter. I love it. And the colored pencils, I think I used Arteza maybe. I don't remember. Not sure. All right. And then I finished both of these. Now this one was all watercolor. There's nothing else added here at all. So just all watercolor, which was, oh no, and fine liner for the little dots on the flowers. So watercolor and fine liner. And I love how that turned out. And then I also finished this one. So this one was based with, I think, water soluble, not water soluble, but water-based markers. And then I did this background with watercolor, but I messed up here because I did this edge here with the water-based marker and then went with the, I was like, what are you doing? I should do that first, then that. But it's okay. It's okay. Not everything will be super perfect, but I really like the way it turned out. I think it's gorgeous. I love the color. I love the flowers. It's another favorite of mine in this book so far. And last but not least, I did this one. This is my least favorite page. Again, I don't really like coloring animals, and so I don't think I did very well with that. I like my trees. I like my flowers. But all in all, this is a great book. I don't think I have any more whips in here. See, I think I've done all my whips. Nope, I have one. I don't really count these as pages, but I'll do it. I have 2 pages. They're going to be simple. But yeah, I've done all of my whips in here. So I can put the book away and say I'm done with all of my whips in Botanicum and move on to some other books. So that is Botanicum by Maria Trolle. Next, I completed a whip in here. It's not really a whole page. This is not counted as a page. I don't believe I counted that as a page. But that is done with the Holbein colored pencils and a little gold gel pen in the center of that. And that is Spirit Animals. Next, this is another book that was supposed to be a finish. Fairy Miracles by Claire Markova. And I had whips in here I worked on. Let's see. Okay, this was a whip over here. So I finished this up with Faber-Castell Polychromos. And that's all I used on that. No glitter, no nothing else. Try to match it to this. But as you can see, this is a little darker. I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to make these darker. Just leave it. And then I finished these 2 pages. And I had fun finishing that. I used stickles. I used Faber-Castell Polychromos. Gel pen. And that was really fun to do as well. Very fun. And next, I did this here. This was a buddy color with the lovely Lovella, so I will pop her page up. I told her that I was working on this, and I said, do you want to do it with me? She said, sure, let me go grab my book. So we did this together. I did both sides. I always do both sides to try to match them. So I use stickles. I use Faber-Castell Polychromos. I have some metallic watercolor in there. And her page is beautiful as well. So I want to say thank you so much, Lovella, for doing that buddy color with me last minute. I love you, girl. All right. And then last but certainly not least, I finished this double page, or not double page, but these 2 pages. And this one I used the Chameleon Color Tone color pencils. I think I started this on like a review or first impressions of those pencils. And I wanted to finish up using those pencils. I couldn't do a lot of layering that I really wanted to here to get this a little darker, but I'm okay with the outcome of it. The flowers in the background were done with glitter gel pens. And then the wings, I added stickles. And yeah, I used some white gel pen and some Sakura jelly roll here. And I think it turned out okay. I'm pleased with it. And I don't think I have any more whips in here. I think that was my last whip in here. Oh, that's a finished page. Yeah, that's my last whip in here. So yay me! That's Fairy Miracles, Clara Markova. Next, I worked out of Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. As you can see, I did a lot of Hannah Carlson pages. And this was a whip. And I actually started this with a friend, but she's not been able to complete this page. So I went ahead and I had to start all over because I didn't like her skin. So I decided to erase and start all over. Even her hair is not the same colors I had previously chosen. But I'm super, super pleased with how this turned out. I think it turned out really great. I love the color scheme that I used. I use a lot of, I use the metallic watercolors in here, and I love how this paper takes watercolor. This is the not so good paper from Hannah Carlson, but you know what? I actually like this paper because I felt like even on this page I did it a while back, it takes the water a different way that I really like. So I didn't go get the updated version. I just kept this, and I'm really enjoying working on this paper with watercolor. So I'm so happy with this one. And I want to say I used, man, I don't remember what pencils I used. But I did use color pencils for this whole thing. And then, of course, the metallic. So, yeah, I think she turned out gorgeous. And now, oh, yeah, I also used fine liners. Or, no, I used my Pentel Matte Pop pens on this as well. And they pop. I love the way they make that red pop. So, all the red that you see, besides the fish, yeah, and on the fish, except for these fish, are the matte pop. So yes, I'm so happy with this page. Very pretty. And that's Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. Y'all, I've been doing some work this quarter. I'm trying to tell you, I made up for not being able to color as much as I wanted to last year. I've done so many pages. I'm so happy with how many pages I was able to get done, because coloring is my ultimate favorite thing to do. And when you're not able to do things that you really, really love to do, it doesn't make for a fun time. Let me just tell you that. So in here, this I started on, I think, January of last year for my birthday. And it was a live. I went live to do this page, and I never finished it. So I went ahead and finished it. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. This is Vintage My Room by Chuno. And I finished this page, and I'm so happy with it. I think it turned out so pretty. And this one I did with Prismacolor Premier Color Pencils. As you can see, I have stickles on this page for the cake icing. And I use a gold gel pen for the flag. And I just thoroughly enjoyed doing this page. I had a lot of fun. We have gold down here on the doily that the cake is on. And I love it. Oh yeah, and I used some acrylic paint pen for the strawberries. I love how it turned out. I'm so happy to have finished it. And I think it looks great. So yeah, that is Vintage My Room. Next, I colored one in... Ooh, I forgot the name of this. You guys, I'll pop it up on the screen. I'm sorry. Maybe I have it in the front of the book. Did I write it in there? No, I did not. My goodness. I think this is the forest one, you guys. But this one was a whip for a very long time as well. And I did the background with Neocolor 2s. And I did not like, you can actually see it in the crease here. I did not like how it was coming out. So I said, you know what? Whenever I mess up a background, y'all, I typically just go with black because it's going to cover it all up. And then what I decided to do was add some glitter. I don't know if it, turned out well. I like the way it turned out. I really love the fish. But it is what it is. Sometimes I'm not going to always have the perfect finish, but I'm pleased. I finished it, and I used color pencils, of course, and then I also used Pentel Sparkle Pop on the fish as well. And I like the way it turned out. Maybe not so much the background, but I really love the fish. And that is that book by Hannah Carlson. All right, y'all, and last but certainly not least, this is a book that I am trying to finish this year. This is Tales of the City Among the Stars. So in my T's World of Adult Coloring Facebook group, we are working on this book together as a buddy color, a full book buddy color. So if you want to buddy color in this book with the group, come on over to Facebook and check us out. And I can show you what page we're working on now. So, and you don't have to keep up with us. You can do them in the order that we're selecting them, or work pages with other people. It's all up to you. It's just a way for us to have some time together, right? Doing something together. So these are whips, or not whips, but one's a whip, I think. And then I have, this is the page we're doing next. So let's see. Let's show you what we got done. So I think this was the first one we did right here. So I love the way this turned out. I cannot tell you what color pencils I used because it's in that other book that I'm keeping track of what I'm coloring. So I did use color pencils. I know for sure in the background I used the gel crayons and a cloud stencil. I used gel pen, and I used neon gel pens as well to give this a little pop of color. And I do like how that turned out. Next, I colored this page here. This one, I did use gel crayons in the background again. And I based this with water-based markers. And then I did some shading with color pencil. And then for the gold, I used Sparkle Pop. And I thought that was a fun, cute little page. Next, we did this one. This was the first one. No, yeah, this was the first we did because it was my birthday. And I still have to get this video up with all the people's pages or completed pages. But this was so fun to do. I did the texture on the cake as well. I love how this turned out. I've got glitter on here. I've got Sparkle Pop pens. I've got acrylic paint pen. It turned out so nice. And I did the background here with watercolor. And I love it. It's beautiful. I love that page so much. And then we did this one. This one I think was a couple weeks ago. And so the task was to do a background. So I did a background. I don't like how it turned out, but it's okay. I used the Color Neon pencils. And I used black color pencil as well. And Sparkle Pop pen. And this one is one of my favorites as well. This one here, I did the background with, I did the black acrylic paint pen. I kept the flowers white, just added some yellow to some of, some of their petals. And I did base this though, especially her dress, her skin, and all of this, even the kite, I based with water-based markers. And then I did a watercolor background. And on her dress, I did add shimmer because she's a girl. And I wanted to make her shimmery. Her shoes are shimmery. And I love how it turned out. And as far as like the petals, I did use, what do you call those? Fine liners. I use fine liners for the petals. So. And I shade it with color pencil as well. Very, very fun to do. And last but certainly not least for this quarter, I'm doing better this time around, is this one here. It says start here, start here, start there. And I thought this was a cute page to do. And I love the way that my clouds turned out, mixing the colors a little bit. So I love the way that looks. And then just trying to tie the colors all in. And yeah, and this was done with the gel crayons as well. All right, and that's all that I have, y'all. Oh, I gotta show you guys what we're working on next. If you're interested, come on over to the group, and we're working on this double pager. What is this? Oh yeah, I have a whip too. But we're working on this double page right here. And you can do whatever you want. And you can do whatever you want to do on the page. So hopefully you'll join. All right, y'all, that is all that I have. It was a lot. I've been so busy. And y'all, that's not even all I did. I've done like Lego kits, and I've done diamond painting. I finished 2 big diamond paintings. I've done puzzles, and so I'm gonna have another video with more of those crafty things, you know, all in another video. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section what picture you like the best. I did a lot, y'all. Over 40 pages. Oh my goodness. Let's see how many I can get done for next quarter. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening or morning, depending on when you're watching this. And until next time, y'all, take care.